What is up, guys? We got Austin and Troy.
What up?
Right. So today we're going to be talking about basically pretty much what Troy just said is how can we have these programmatic SEO sites, and what Austin doesn't know, because I'm just dropping him right here on live on this call, is is I was actually going to ask you if you want to work with me with this and maybe like spend a few hours a week for the next 25 days, and I'll pay you for this. And we'll talk about it afterwards, what the pay is too and stuff. But if you want to, but my first idea is what Troy just said, is how can we, basically there's just two parts that I need to break up into, is how can we monetize these with products, these programmatic SEO websites. And so I basically built a little like scraper, I guess. I don't know if you'd call it a scraper because I'm just using an API. But essentially it looks like the generic version, right? If I come in here, right now there's some fires going on in California. Troy's looking for air purifiers, right? Purifier. Now you're going to check
IER. You only need one F, but you should.
All right, cool. All right, purifier. All right, so look, so I literally just searched up purifiers, and this is my own website in my AI team. And this pulls back a whole bunch of air purifiers. But if you notice, if I come on here and I highlight one of this view on Amazon, I could click this and it will actually take this to my affiliate link. Okay, so here's what I'm trying to do, Austin. And I really just want to, like, I know that you're busy, and I want to respect your time with it. So it's probably like me and you will hang out for like an hour or two, like a couple days a week, like for the next few weeks.
Okay.
And like just on live like this, and we'll both code. But my goal is, here's my goal is I'm trying to build this. Right now I'm working on the profiles. So I'm trying to get all the profiles set up. However, in here, there's going to be a tab called products. Okay. And in there, I want, basically how I'm building this is all like PHP scripts. So like if I want to add the admin dashboard, I literally say admin.php and it magically adds it right here. So like we're building the dashboard where I don't have to, like, this blog one is called blogs.php. And then I literally just told my dashboard, add blogs.php into my dashboard. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now when I click on add new post, this is actually new blog post.php. It's its own little script. So basically I made it where it's super modular and we don't have to like get the whole code to build everything. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the first step is, one, I'm going to connect, basically I'm going to connect a website scraper API. So this is kind of the first thing we want to do. Is inside website scraper API, if we have API keys, we have map API doc. This is what powers this entire website. This is what provides the profiles. Well, the first step is we want to make it where we have something called Amazon products. And then this software can scrape Amazon products. Okay. So step one, and this is like me just brainstorming out loud. Step one is website scraper to be able to scrape products, Amazon. Step two will be, ultimately, we want to connect this into the dashboard right here so that all we have to do is come over. So check out this. You see how I have a Google Map API integration, and then it says search query. If I type in attorney Las Vegas, and then I could fetch data, this will call the API over here. It calls this API right here, returns the data into here, returns all the data, and now we could see all of the data. Basically, it's just a table, super easy. It shows, and then we could select all and add all of these to the list, and then it will save selected. Right now I have the profile. You see how the little star is right there? The star means it's already added to my site. Then it adds to the products, and now we could see all the products. Okay. And then if I click on this little page, it literally is going to create a page for each one. So ultimately, it's basically just making this dashboard with this scraper that connects to this, and then it makes a page for each one of these.
So essentially, what this is just me like spitballing. What I'm hearing is you want to be able to scrape, not only scrape Amazon, you want to scrape Amazon, but you also want to make it to where essentially you're making another template for products.
Correct. I also wanted to say is a category, like a products for all products, like a product main page. Does that make sense? So like this is like the profile page, but like a products page. And then if you click on the product, it goes into that product. And then you could
want a category, like a category page, and then you want another you want an individual product page, and then you also want like a search page.
That would be legend. That would be absolutely legend. Just like you remember how you built those 3 pages, dude. That blew my mind. Austin, I want to let you know, last night my wife and I've known you for a while with development. You were one of the first software developers I was going to hire when we were with Bubble. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
And I literally, my wife and I, we were talking. I said, do you know right now who I would hire out of any single one of my students as of right now? The one person I would hire. And she goes, who? And she goes, wait, hold on. She goes, Austin. And I'm like, freaking Austin, man. I was like, this kid is amazing at AI software development. Absolutely phenomenal. Your software code is a legend, bro. And so I see it. I see that this is something that you have a skill for. And so I definitely want to work together on it. And like, I would love the help. I see that you're really good at this. You're like, I'm not joking. I feel like if I look at all my friends, I feel like I'm one of the top coders in my friends. And then if I look at who amongst my friends is one of the top coders, dude, I think you might be better than me.
Wow, like, I appreciate that.
I legit might. When I see your stuff and how well it's working and how fast you're doing stuff, like, dude, you got it down, man. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. You know how a while back when you first came out with the snippets, the snippets section to the snippet software essentially in my AI team, I was like, I always asked you, how did you prompt that? How did you prompt that? How did you prompt that? And then I was talking to Callan, and Callan had a whole like 2-hour course on prompting. And then ever since then, I just ate up every piece of content I could on prompting, because of the fact it's like, if you don't have the right prompt, it's not going to give you what you want. So prompting is such a like, and there's literally people out there right now making 6-7 figures a year because they're prompt engineers.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I legit think that maybe you and I one day should do a class called Prompting for AI Coding.
Of course.
And like, yeah, I mean, because I think that there's a set of prompts that I use regularly that I'm like, how do you diagnose stuff? How do you pick out errors? How do you get the AI to fix those errors for you? And it's like, I think, yeah. So ultimately, I think that you're an amazing developer, and you, like, out of everyone that I've been picking, dude, like, I see that you're actually taking action. You're building stuff. You're in the weeds, and you know what we're building. And I mean, what Troy asked before this call, how do we monetize this right away? Well, if I go to this search page, and literally if I type in like attorney books, well, this would be a category that I would like to have on my site. So I want to be able to add one, categories like this where it's easy to add, and then 2, where it's just like, so you want to be a lawyer, you know, and we could see it's on this. It literally appends my affiliate link. So ultimately, I like, dude, the E-Myth for attorneys, like, I would love to have all of these freaking books on my site. So if somebody comes on here, they could see it, you know, and it's like, dude. So ultimately, this site, I have started to ultimately have the countdown of when I'm going to have this site done. Like the other day, Troy said, like, hey, like, what's the end? Like, we could keep building and building. You're right. We can keep building and building. Well, how are we going to focus, and what's going to be the core things that I want on this site? Well, one of the core things is I want to be able to add the profiles. I want to be able to add the product categories and then make it where people could promote on this thing. Also the leads. Guys, check out this. I freaking made a form builder. And now we're going to be able to have it where you could add form and you could just say like, bam, like name, right? And then now you have a form. Now you could have like, you know, your zip code, you know, like, you know, type of, let's just say it's like attorney, right? Or I mean, real estate, right? Type of like, do you want to sell your home, right? And this can be like a yes or a no. And then we have a little drop down right here. And if we hit preview, you can see what it looks like, all of this stuff. We're going to have like next page, one page of two. But the goal of this is whenever we have the attorney website, I have attorneys. So if you see in a few seconds, it's going to like a little pop-up, right? What's your zip code? Find the best attorneys in your area. Well, I ultimately need, what type of legal help do you need? Well, I'm asking legal help. You might not be asking legal help. You might be asking, this whole thing might be realtors, and it's all about realtors and finding realtors to sell your home near me. And literally that whole thing is like, do you own your home? How much do you own on it? You know, like whatever your prompting questions are to verify them, you need to ask, because your questions are going to be different than my questions. And so we literally need to have a custom form built into this. Like, so all of them are completely different. And so this is just kind of my overview of what I'm working on my end. However, all of this, whenever we plug it into this little template, it's just going to add new little thing. And then it says add.php, and then it adds to the branding, like adds to this little page right here. However, I want to be able to like, all right, first things first, let's get this where we could scrape these products, have beautiful product pages for each one, and then be able to have affiliate products in seconds like we do this. Because right now, go ahead, Austin.
So let's say when I go and I select a product, should I be able to select what information, what data you want displayed on the product page?
No, I kind of wanted like universal, you know what I mean? Like basically when we get back this data, so if I get this data, let's see, this is pretty much displaying all of the data that it's going to come back with. Like it's going to come back with the image, the title, the price, the ratings of how many ratings, and then how many reviews, and then the link to Amazon. There's really nothing else. And then the only other thing is there's a page, so you could do pagination. So you could like right now I just pulled.
Oh, okay. So my bad. I guess what I was asking was, so they're not gonna have like how Amazon has it. It's just gonna be a button to just go to Amazon, correct?
Correct, 1000%. So when they click, basically these will be on here, but each one will also have its own little profile page, just like this. And then how it says website, it will say buy on Amazon or buy on wherever, like buy now. And then it will, wherever the link is, because you see back in here, you see how I have in profiles, I have create profile. I can create a profile just the same as I could import all these profiles. So ultimately, I want to be able to say, like, let's just say I have an attorney website and somebody has some type of attorney product that they sell, but I can be an affiliate for. I want to come in and be able to say, here's the product title, here's the price, here's reviews and ratings. If it doesn't have the reviews and ratings, hide it, and then click the link to buy it. That's it. Okay. And then maybe add the reviews and ratings so they could review them. You know what I mean? Like that's the ability to review and rate.
Okay. So my brain's been stuck on programmatic SEO for the past 3 weeks, and my brain was going to, okay, each product needs its own product page.
Yes. So check out this. So think about this. So there's 3 pages. So there would be 3 pages of the products, kind of like how your website is, right? So one, there's the main search where you can search all of them. Then there's the category page. My thought was, you see how I just typed in, attorney books?
Yes.
It would be cool when I type in attorney books, and I check the little boxes to get all of these added to my site, to literally have this added as a category.
Okay.
And then now all of a sudden, those are my categories, and it makes the categories as I add these as the searches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, if I have attorney books, I could just keep adding attorney books. It does have pagination on some of these because it only returns, I think, like 60 products from Amazon, because it scrapes per page of Amazon.
Right.
So it only returns those. So then you could like click get next page type thing, and then it will go to next page based on our API call.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah, but then imagine they have, so then it has like, there's a page called products. So it'd be a page called products. And this is all the products on my site with all of the categories.
Okay.
And then there's a product with categories called attorney books, right? Attorney books, like that. And then it's the category for all the products. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then there's one that says attorney, maybe it says attorney books, and then it says 7 habits of highly effective attorneys, right? Right. So
7 highly attorneys.
7 highly attorneys. Seven habits
Give attorneys
of highly
attorneys.
effective attorneys, right? I need a, all right. So does that make sense?
Yes.
So that would be ultimately like, there's a page for each one of these. And then we just have a little dashboard that manages that. And then I will literally add that whole entire dashboard, just like I added this into what's called products.
Okay.
And then it would have a little create a product button where I could add products one at a time. And it just says name, link, description, just stuff like that, very super simple. And it adds it all to the database.
For sure. Yeah.
There's no basically like my idea is me and you could jump on 1 hour or so a day of Zoom calls 1 or 2 days a week based off of your schedule. And then I'm going to pay you based off of that. And
okay.
Then we'll hang out together, I'll build on my stuff, work on Zoom, just like we're doing now. And then, I mean, dude, I hope that this could help a lot of freaking people. Like,
yeah, of course.
Really,
because it'll be able to help. Like, so what if this is just me thinking, okay, so what if there was a thing for PT, physical trainers near me or something like that, and they could have that, and they could have affiliate links to all of their products, or to all the products they use.
Protein powders, and then it's literally all the protein powders, and they can add, you know what I mean? Like everything up in that thing. Like, how beautiful would that be? Literally protein powders, they could add like all their Amazon products. This is going to be ultimately scraping the Amazon stuff, is that like this API. However, I want it to be able to where you could add profile and make it where you could add your own. And then it says right here, website. Well, then you just add your affiliate link. And then it adds it to the category wherever you see how I have the categories here. We just have a little category selector thing. And I love the way you build, Austin. I truly, truly do. I literally, truly do. Like, I absolutely
Appreciate it.
So, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, the only reason I literally haven't hired you sooner is because I haven't had the funds to be able to do this. However, yesterday somebody paid their very first deposit for this.
Nice.
Like, so we have our first.
I was going to ask about that, if you were pre-selling this yet.
I got my first pre-sale for it. Yeah. And
nice.
like, it's not like I sold it for full price. So it's not like I'm balling, but like, it's enough for us to like hustle and be like, all right, we got a couple hours that we can work together. I'm not going to waste your time and not pay you. And it's like developer pay. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
like, I hecka appreciate what you're doing, man.
So you got prepaid for somebody who wants to do a near me list.
You're absolutely correct. Yep. So I just want to say, Troy, that was highly inspired by you. So thank you.
Okay.
Like,
well, you're welcome. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did it. Yeah.
I ended up
the shuffle.
Yeah. So here's what I did. This is what I did. Okay. So I went on here. I haven't even followed up with people because for some reason, I didn't even, I don't know. I got busy. You know what I mean? Selling is a different part of my brain than anything. But so here's what I did, right? So I literally said first 100 clicks on my attorney site. I started with, here's my proof. This is what I'm doing. And I literally said, I've never did SEO before because I haven't. I'm starting off right up front with, here's my problems and my issues. Like,
all right.
You know what I mean? Like Troy said, if you have something, dude, I promise you, I took this to heart. You said your mom said this, that if you have something really important to say, for the love of God, say it first.
Yeah.
Or start at the end.
Please start at the end.
Please start at the end. And so literally, this is my important thing. I do not claim to be good at this. This is what's important. I am telling you this up front, so you do not think that I'm an expert at this.
Right.
So then I posted this thing about, here's the process. I'm learning 2 things: programmatic SEO. I explained it, and then AI coding, which is what we're freaking doing. This AI coding blows my mind. I literally, if you could handle the pressure of like, I got an error, I'm literally got a 600 errors, nothing is working, and I don't know why. If you could handle that pressure, you can build software, man. Like this all day. All I'm doing is like, literally right now, I'm not joking. Before this call, I'll share my screen. No joke. It says when I'm on the Google Maps tab, the select all button is not working. So when I come on here, I don't know why. But if I go to the Google Maps one and I hit select all, you see how it just doesn't select all? Yeah. But when I go to the profiles and then I hit select all and then I go back here, it works. But why does it do that?
Yeah.
And so I don't know why. All right. So if you could sit there and like explain to the AI forever, however it is, like, it literally needs the thing. So here it says, here's my fix. And so I'm going to go in here. It literally told me my fix. I removed the on change, the attribute. I don't know what it says. I have no clue. I was coding up in Bubble less than a few months ago. And I come over here and I copy paste the change. I come into the branding server. I copy select all. I blindly follow what the AI says. And then I refresh the page. And then I load. I go to the settings and I pray. Right now, I'm deeply religious. I pray that this little button works. I come over here. I say fetch data. It's pure prayer right now. This is nothing else. So like, that's what I appreciate.
I
don't know why it doesn't work, but this one, watch. Does my little hack work? It works. Still. All right. So you see what I mean? So this is it's little tiny things. And so I'm just going to be going through this little back and forth edit thing while you're doing the same thing, but I just need help on the product because you could see I get stumped and then I have to freaking fix it. And then I don't know why it's not working. And then I like, dude, bro. And maybe it's something super small that the AI fixes and I just have to ask it a certain way. I don't know. So this is ultimate. If you could handle that pressure, I believe you could code up any freaking software. And I ultimately want to launch this software. Austin, right now, this is not where it's at. This is where I see it in the future. In the future, I believe we will sell these templates for $5,000 without the data cost.
Yeah.
Just the template. And that $5,000 is cheap for a website. And when we have the ability to instantly import, like right now I could type in, let's type in Yuma. Yuma is a city in Arizona. All right. And then if I type in fetch data, you will see attorneys, Yuma. Well, you could see how these little unstars, the little non-stars means it's not in my database. Well, if I click this and I hit save selected, this just added 71 profiles to my entire site. I want to do the same thing with those products, Austin. And I want to also be able to still add one at a time, because if I have a product that my buddy's promoting, I want to be able to be like, dude, let me add you to my site. Give me your affiliate link. And then boom, within seconds, I have they're in a category page. They're on a profile page and everything. And this is the reason. If I go to search traffic, watch this. This is what we're working with. This is why I'm even doing all of this. If I go to the search traffic and we go into the attorney search near me, I really want you guys to see this. If we go into 24-hour searches, I've had 5 clicks on the site, but if you look at something, do you guys notice something different here? Let me zoom in because that might be a little hard to see. Bam, bam, bam. All right, let's zoom in like we need glasses. All right. So check out this. These are the queries from Google, okay? So we have 658 impressions on Google and 5 clicks to our website. But if you look, the top queries, these are the top queries that we are coming up for on Google right now. Alabaster DUI attorney. Chad Cox, Paris, Tennessee. That's the number 2 one. If we click on pages, check out this. If I go to pages and I go to impressions over here, you can see the top impression. One of the top impressions is attorney search near me, Chad Cox, PPLC attorney at law. This was the attorney that the lead called me. And I literally, like, the lead came in and I called locally and I found a lawyer in that area. And I literally went, this page is indexed, the test URL. Like, this is a real website that's on my website. If I go to this, I want to do the exact same thing with products. And now if you go here, people are coming here and searching up. This is coming up on Google. If I come to type in Chad Cox attorney, and I search up this, you can see that there's only less than 2 million results for this search term. And if I could see, this is Chad Cox comes up for number 1, as he should be for his own business. But if you scroll down, Facebook comes up, Yelp comes up, which is a programmatic SEO website, progressive voter guide. If you scroll down, number 1 on Google page. I'm on number 8 now. Chad Cox, attorney at law. There's my website.
Go back a couple pages, because I think what was it that it said? Google, the URL can't be seen, but can.
Oh, over here. This one?
Yeah, that one. That's a URL is on Google but has issues. What's that?
Yeah, it looks like structured data. So I just need to update my structured data up here. Specific hours is unstructured. So you see how Google tells you what the error is? So some people, they're like, oh, it's never going to work because Google's going to ban you, or they're going to shut down this, or they're going to stop you from doing this. No, Google tells you, hey, look, literally on line 353, you have an error that says BR, and you just need to fix that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this code and I'm going to say, hey, Google said I had this error, and I'm going to submit it to the AI and it's going to fix it. I have no clue what this error means. I don't know. I don't speak structured data syntax. I don't know what that means. I just copy and paste it and put it into the AI. Maybe I'm oversimplifying it, but I really am not. Right, Austin? Like, do you feel like I'm oversimplifying it, or do you understand this stuff either?
Oh no, I understand it. So syntax error normally is, you see how, scroll down, see how it has the red.
Yeah.
There's something going on to where there's probably there's a break right there, but there isn't. The break is ending right there, but there isn't a break anywhere.
Mm. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure that, and I'm glad that you know that, and it looks like you're able to fix that, even if but we'd still just copy and paste it and say, here's the error.
This
is crazy.
Who are you thinking of as your target client?
My target client, you, Troy.
Okay. And for what reasons? What opportunity or problem are?
Yeah, because do you guys buy and sell? Yeah, do you guys buy and sell houses as realtors?
Well, that was the question I was getting to. So you're looking at me as a realtor, and as a realtor would be a client, because partly what I'm thinking now, and I'm not sure how many pages you have filled at the bottom with your affiliate links, right? How many have you? How many pages on this attorney search near me do you have your affiliate links at the bottom of the page? Every page, or just a couple of pages?
Like, where would my affiliate link be? Like these?
The ones about the books, the wherever. Because what as I'm watching all this, I'm going, you know what? It's a directory. There's a lot of ways, say, attorneys can get, who I'm thinking maybe your ideal client really is, who's willing to pay more, maybe take the risk. Would apply to multiple pages, multiple verticals, is an affiliate, right? So you're building this directory, but then you're selling to affiliates. You're going, hey, look, do you want to be, you want to conquer this vertical? Do you want to conquer this region? Put your affiliates at the bottom. The directory is just something that maybe pulls up in Google more, right? It will get the traffic, but your client might be the affiliate themselves, not necessarily the attorney that possible, because that's a shit show trying to, it could be the same with, say, realtors, right? There's so much subjective opinion and certain things that come into selecting a realtor or selecting attorney, right? So that's kind of a hard close. Whereas an affiliate or a product, not a service, this is what you get, and you get it here. So you can probably sell to affiliates all day long that want to be at the bottom of all of these, class action attorneys, DUI attorneys, or whatever it might be. So maybe this is the list is just the gateway to the clients who are really your affiliates that are willing to pay to put their links in your 30,000 page directory.
Bingo. And that's kind of my idea, is I believe truly. So here's where, when we're talking about the dispensary near me site, well, I have this client now that he put his banner ad up here. Well, if we go to his product, he has a ton of products that he also up here has an affiliate program. So one is he could pay for my site, but two, I could go above and beyond, and I could literally scrape his entire website, get a link of every single page and product. And then I want to be able to go through and just be able to be like, here it is, an ad. Austin, that would be a dream too if it had a CSV upload. That would be
okay.
That'd be crazy. Like an import from our thing, but also a CSV upload. A CSV upload might be the easiest first to set up, you know what I mean? And then same with the manual one, you know what I mean?
Right.
In those that you could add the category and then all of that. It'd be cool to add multiple categories and all that stuff, dude.
Oh, what's his name? Justin? Is that his name from gosh, why am I blanking? Something Underdogs.
Oh, for this site?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jaybird.
Yeah.
Yeah, he totally wanted it, and I was like, dude, bet, and he snatched up the spot, man.
That's awesome, dude. Because he's got a great company. I've actually had some of that stuff, some of his products.
That's awesome. And so here's the thing. Imagine if we had a product and I had one that said CBD products, and that was a product category on my site. And then I literally listed all of his products on my site. And then I put my affiliate link, and he owns the spot, because now people are scrolling through, they're clicking over and they're buying this affiliate stuff. And if our affiliate deal ever closes up here, well, literally I have, like, people are scrolling here, but I want to keep them on the site. I want to have a little tab that says products and then category, and they could, I want to have a little product tab. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
could also, that's another business you could do too, is or another revenue stream. So you're renting out that top banner. What you could also do is rent out affiliate, basically affiliate spots on the basically the products categories. So like you could go to Justin and be like, you want to rent this out, and I'll even throw up my affiliate link just so I can get a little bit of a kickback, but you can rent it out for and give him a discount because, one, he's a cool guy, and two, you're already going to be getting a kickback from it.
Yeah, I think that's an amazing idea. I totally think that's an amazing idea. So, I mean, I see the future of these websites, and I also really, really admire your work ethic with this stuff, Austin. And so,
one thing I was also thinking about, if people don't want to do the near me stuff, open now stuff, think about, because I just looked right up on Google, or it's not Google, actually, it's Brave, but I looked up best movie to watch on Christmas. That right there could be a programmatic website. Like, there's so many different avenues. Best movie to watch on Valentine's Day, best movie to watch when it's raining, like anything.
100%. Austin, ultimately what you're building right now is the framework. So if I was to type in best movies to watch while it's raining, right? So if I was to search this would ultimately be a category. And then if I hit search in my back end, in my back end, I would want it to be able to say select all. And then I could add all of those, and it literally adds this as a category to my site. And all of these are instantly added to my site. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then you're ranking for that. And let's say you do own the domain best movie to watch on Christmas or best movie to watch while it's raining. You're ranking for all of that.
Or if you just have bestmovietowatch.com.
Yeah.
And then while it's blank is your programmatic SEO word.
Yeah.
And then you literally just say everything that could be possible, like while it's Christmas, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And then we just have a nice, beautiful engine to add. And then just like how it says my affiliate link, you see how it says tag equals dispensary Nia? Like, this needs people just need to be able to quickly add their affiliate link also. That's about it. To the import.
I would also add some type of way for, because there's going to be people out there that are going to be, I don't know how to add, what's an affiliate link? Like, there's going to be people out there that don't know how to get their own affiliate link. So what we could do is give like a demo type thing to people that if they do need help getting their own affiliate link or setting it up.
That would be legend.
Even that's also like I guess you could say an add-on service you could do too, is like, okay, let's get all your affiliate links set up right now, and with whatever you need.
100%. So this is the sales process that I envision. I envision that we weed out the people that don't want this. Hey, if you don't want this and you don't know what programmatic SEO is and you literally don't understand this full business, please don't even get on the call. But the people that do want this, they're going to go through a call and I'm going to like, hey, like, okay, so what you want this is the price. Before they even get on the call, they're going to know the price. They might even be just right to a checkout freaking page. But ultimately they have to buy this and then they have to buy the data. So it's the cost of the template plus the cost of the data. When they're going to buy credits, like right now, the people that are getting it, I'm giving them 250,000 credits with this little upfront cost. And then that's going to include, they need that for the cities, right? And then how many categories you need? Well, 200,000 credits is is basically like 10 categories without the duplicate cities. You see how I still have the duplicate cities in here?
Yep.
And so without the duplicate cities. So we would want to, but they would also, I want to be able to make it where they could also click over to the products page, and then they could spend some of those credits on freaking adding products to their site. And then they could just say, okay, cool. Like I have a guy like Ed, right? Ed is we have mold restoration. Well, mold restoration, imagine if we're literally adding all the products, but it's like for like power washers, like mold power washer, right? And then it's like all of the freaking cleaners, and it's all the products, like all of these, like this is a $139 product and you get 4%.
Right.
And so I want it to be super easy to be able to like come here. Oh, these are perfect. Select, and then boom, all of these are added to the mold power washer section. And then a mold power washer cleaner. And then this is now a separate category. And then I hit search, and then literally it only returns mold category cleaner. And look at all. You see how it has way more products or like way more stuff? And then I literally would click select all, add products, and then that adds all of the categories and all the product pages in seconds, man.
Yeah. And you could also make additional money off of it by giving like making it another like an additional scraper on the website scraper too.
That is 1000% what I plan to do, dude. Like, absolutely, Austin.
Yeah, you think about this, you might not need clients at all.
I don't ever want clients, Troy.
I know. I'm saying you could.
I want to go to the Bahamas.
I'm just saying you could build this and put your affiliate links on all these pages.
Yeah.
And then the only thing I'm thinking maybe to help with SEO is like you have the blog sort of thing, is some content that maybe AI generates a new blog post every few days or once a week or whatever. So it kind of just keeps you more top of, more current. And then you don't because I was thinking, well, you could prove this out by making more money as an affiliate than the person that you're sending it to. Why are you going to sell them the opportunity? Let's say you have a company that your affiliates driving a bunch of business to, and you just say, hey, look, instead of me making all the money, you could just pay me and I'll get it. That would be kind of make me more guaranteed, and you might have some more upfront, a larger upfront payment in that way. Yeah. But you could just build this whole thing out, have some blogs that just post, once a week, and then put all your affiliate links at the bottom of each of these pages. And as long as it's getting traffic, you're just collecting affiliate and revenue all the time, and you don't have clients.
Exactly, Troy. The goal is, what I want to do, if we go in here, you see all of these files right here. This is the entire file base in my code. This is what I've been building. This is everything. I ultimately want to come right here, and you see it says public HTML. I want to right click this, and I want to compress, and it's going to compress the entire software into a little tiny folder, and I'm going to sell that for $5,000 plus data costs. That is where I'm trying to go right this very second. This is what I believe that we are building with proof. However, and think about this. If you analyze the way I am selling this, first 100 clicks, I'm starting up right at front, sharing my results. Unless we get results, the thing doesn't sell. The moment we get results with any of this, and every single time we get results with every one of this, we can sell again. Because results sell. All of a sudden, somebody says, dude, if I'm an attorney and I could get 100 clicks and you set that thing up in less than 30 days, all of a sudden I'm an attorney. Do you know how much attorneys pay for attorney Las Vegas. These guys, just for that one keyword per click, per visitor, in Las Vegas pay $7.01. So technically 100 times 7 is what they would have got so far in click value on this website if they focus just in Las Vegas. And so these guys are advertising. If I click this dude's sponsored diplomat thing, that's $7, bro. $7 if I click it. And I could charge him right now, but I'm not gonna, because that's mean, right? Like, that's $7, bro. Like, these guys drive some serious money. Like, this guy advertises everywhere in Vegas for $10,000, $20,000 a month. So him advertising on my site, I want to make it easy. However, you're right. You also potentially don't have to have clients with this. My goal is to monetize this in a few ways. So all I have to do is send this file, and then we could go through a setup process. They buy the template, plus they buy the credits from Website Scraper API. That's exactly what I wanted. I want them to come over here and say, okay, I'm going to need maybe let's see, they have $9,000 to send. I'm going to need 1 million credits to populate my site. That's $9,000. It's $5,000 for the website, and it's $9,000 for the data. And now they're going to get all of their website, all of their sitemap, like all of their cities and states with 100 categories, plus their 33 categories, because it's only 33 categories. And plus they're going to get all of their products added to their site, like what Austin's going to help me set up with, right? And so ultimately they're going to have all their products on their site. And now their whole entire site is set up in 24, 48 hours. And we just made a $14,000 sale selling a template.
Quick question. Go back to the main page of that attorney with the ad. Like, go, yeah, right there, that Law Depot.
Yes.
Where's that from?
Yeah, so this is actually Law Depot.
Where my mind is at is, are they paying you for that spot? And how do you track the traffic through the ads?
Yeah, they're not paying for the spot. That's an affiliate. Yeah.
I remember you walking through this. Okay. And so we can check traffic through here.
Yeah, ultimately, so I've gotten 2 clicks, couple clicks here, a couple clicks, 1 or click in the last 5 clicks so far since I've had them on my site. It'd be cool.
Well, but that's good. That answers my question, because where my head is at again is you, like, we talk about Craigslist, and I've said that how they got made like $10 million a year, and the only thing they charge for on Craigslist is job ads.
Yeah. And
otherwise everything's free. And so in the same way, you just make basically this whole list, this whole platform is free for everybody. You have your affiliate links, and you just charge for ads, and you're able to track the ads that way. And then you're saying the $5,000. So maybe if that could be good as things get going, you might want to stop doing that at some point, or charge much more than that once the secret's out, or once people really begin to see how simple it is to monetize each one of these, modules or what we're saying. But this is all great.
So now here's what's really exciting too. I recently talked to a guy that he's going to be purchasing the leads that come from this website. Okay, we talked about this last time, okay? The reason why I'm making the custom form is because that's one that I was working on, but I didn't like it, but so I like this one better. Right? So the reason I'm making the custom form is because he has certain questions he needs me to ask. And you're going to have different questions. Everyone's going to have different questions. You might have a website building one, and all of your stuff is website builders. And you might be asking them about, have you ever hired someone for a website builder? What's your budget? Whatever it is, and then you want a radio picker, right? And then you could say, like, this is, like, what's your budget for a new website, right? And then this is required. And then you could say, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, plus, right? And then now you have a little checkbox, right? What's a budget for your software? Well, this is going to be like, you might need that to be able to collect leads a certain different way. And you might send it to a certain person that you're selling those leads for. So ultimately, here's what it is. The guy that I talked to, he said he'll buy my leads. Well, I asked him if I could send my people to him. And he said, dude, don't send them to me. Like, you just buy the leads, Jeff. And then I buy all the leads from you. And so ultimately, I think that's a fantastic idea. Is ultimately, I'm just going to set up a system that we can middleman, and I will buy the leads up front. He pays 30 days later. I'll buy it up front. And if he doesn't buy them from me, I'll find somebody else to sell them to.
I'm confused.
Yeah, that's I'm not sure. It sounds like that's another one of those moves where he might be trying to take advantage of you in a way, in terms of not take the risk and only pay for the reward.
Why are you buying leads?
So think about this. Imagine if we start setting up these sites for people, and they actually, just like this one is, they start working. And right now we have Ed, which is water. He does mold restoration. Okay. But Ed only does mold restoration in Ohio. So Ed doesn't need all 33,000 cities and states. However, the guy that I was talking to, he said he'll buy, and I have a couple people, not just him. That's the reason why, that will gladly take those leads from us and buy them from us. So if I keep finding these buyers and I help guide our customers to the niches, because Ed might buy this whole template from me, or we might have a deal where we buy this template, and then whatever leads Ed doesn't want, we sell to this guy.
Right, but you haven't answered the question. I think that both Austin and I still have. You mentioned buying leads, or did you just misstate that, or where would you actually be buying leads?
Yeah, because you are going to be getting the leads. Oh, okay. So you're buying leads for people that want their own site set up.
I'm buying it from the people that want their own site set up of this template. Because ultimately, they're not going to know who to, like, right now, the work that I'm doing to find the buyers for this stuff, well, not everybody's going to go through that work.
I know, but where are you buying leads? I'm still lost. Who are you buying leads from?
Ultimately, I'm going to find more buyers that buy these things. I'm going to find if he's a guy who will buy my leads.
But you're buying leads and then sell them to them. Where are you buying leads?
From whoever buys my template.
But that's not you buying it.
They're basically, I'm going to buy it from the people that are setting up the template. Like, right. So right now, this attorney site, the other day, it got a lead. It got its very first lead.
Right. But you didn't buy that.
I didn't buy it. I got it, but now I own it. So now I want to sell it to somebody. So you see how it says pops up this little lead and it goes through the lead form?
Yeah.
If I help Troy, if I help you set this up, you guys might only want the leads in Colorado. But I know realtors in Las Vegas that would love to buy these leads from you. So I have the buyers of the leads, and I will buy the leads from you to help be the middleman and sell it to these guys.
Why would you buy them from me? Why wouldn't they're yours?
Because you might have this site set up.
Why would I be able to sell them to you? Maybe that's a better question for me to ask. I mean, if I tell you I want to set this up,
mm-hmm.
and then I'm only going to set it up for the leads that I have, and I'm going to get the leads. I guess I could offer to sell them, or that you would just say that you get it. You only charge me for the ones that apply to me. And so I'm starting to see what you're saying, but I'm not sure if it just might be a different way of financially communicating it. I'm not sure. I don't know how. So let's go back to that example. So I set up a real estate in Colorado thing.
Boom.
Okay, but then but I for some reason get a lead for someone. Well, this happens where they're in Colorado, but they're moving to Vegas. So they need somebody in Vegas. Now, I'm a realtor. I'd just get a referral fee and send it to them in Vegas. But if you wanted to do that on your own, you're saying that you would buy them from me? Why would you? That could be, yeah, that's somewhat confusing. Then it gets into how much do you pay,
Yes.
that sort of thing, or it would just, yeah, I'm a little bit confused on that one, but
Absolutely. So let's do this as an example. So when I was on the call with him, I asked him what you just said. How much do you pay per lead? And then also, is there different niches that pay different amounts? And the answer is yes. And then I asked him, well, what pays the most? And do you know what he said?
personal injury.
I wish. He said mold restoration.
Okay.
Personal injury attorney pays an average of $150. He said mold restoration pays an average of $384 per email filled out. Per qualified lead that fills out that freaking form.
Okay. Well, that goes to another point that I have, but keep going.
So here's what we're saying is, if Ed wants all of Ohio and he decides to set up mold, like let's just say water or water restoration near me.com. And then we set that up, and then he gets all the ones in Ohio because he wants those leads. But if he wants to sell those leads, he doesn't know the guy that's going to give him the $384. I know the guy that's going to give him that. So I'm going to get 5%, 10% off the cut. That's it. And I'm just going to be the middleman, and I'm going to make it where you guys have to come to one guy. And if I sell the lead to that guy, perfect. But if I don't sell that lead to that guy and I have another buyer, then we're going to have, because I never like to have all my eggs in one basket. You know what I mean? I like to have multiple buyers.
Here's a couple things to keep in mind.
Yeah.
With the mold restoration, I could see now there's, and I might use the wrong words, but you'll follow. There's like a plumber, an electrician. These are things that are done a certain way correctly, right? It's like 2 + 2 is 4, right? But those profession or those tasks are A to B clear. An attorney, a realtor, these are slightly more subjective. There's grayer areas, who's the right fit, their style and their approach, right? So those are a lot. Those aren't as clear. So I can see how a lead to like mold restoration, an electrician, a plumber could be more valuable because it's, I mean, you have to be good. There's better plumbers and there's not better, but at the end of the day, it's still a to B, 2 + 2 is 4 type of task, right? Get it done. Whereas there's all sorts of different ways with an attorney. So that's why those leads, I think, could carry more value, because they're not as, the buyer doesn't have the opportunity to be as subjective. There's not as many gray areas, right? Mm-hmm. As long as you're good, that lead's going to work for any plumber. But and then the other thing to think when you say, well, if they don't want it, then I'll do it here. Another thing to keep in mind, and this is speed to lead is what they call it, is how quick you are able to connect this person, because a month later or weeks later, they might have already found somebody. So because that's what they say with realtors, that the lead comes in, you got to call right away, because they're going to call the next one. They're going to go to an open house. It's real easy to lose one if you don't capture them right away. So that's where you would want to make sure you are able to line those up quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. So there still is a lot of work to be done inside this back end and stuff, because I definitely want it to be, we don't even have it yet where you can see the leads yet. You know what I mean? But I wanted to build the forms. So whenever we have the forms, we're able to basically, the form is what the lead is. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah. We talked about that. And I think that's great. I had ideas there too, but we want to stick with this, the like you said, an end, right? Or stages. Let's get to stage 1 and then stage 2, the do it yourself, the done for you. And, so, because I'm thinking with the form and how you could use AI to create a form and maybe charge them for using AI to create the form.
Like user
because you could really easily ask, there's AI to say, hey, what are the legal questions that need to be asked for an attorney this way, blah, 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 blah. But that could be the done for you, right? You give them this, here you get the bare basics, and here's the do-it-yourself. Fill out that form how you want it. Or done for you, then you're just going to go run over to an AI program and you're going to create all this stuff real easily for them. And it's done for them, but they just don't know how to use AI to that level yet. And then, so it's all great. This is great stuff.
That's interesting. Like having like essentially like a done for you option, or like a done, like you do it yourself template. And then here's the credits. And then also, hey, like you buy the template and the credits, and then we'll also set it up for you as an option. It could be its own freaking product.
Yeah, I think of like the bare basics, how you have, basically you could make them trip over their own feet, having to do it themselves, which is gonna then create the pain where they go, I don't want to do it, or they have enough money like an attorney and they just say, hey, will you just do this for me? And then you just run over to the AI program and you go boom, boom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or so there's a lot of that's next level stuff. But in terms of, I don't think we're at the point to have to think about that. Or I mean, it's always good to imagine and see down the road, but at the same time, I think we're sticking to what matters most and just solidifying a framework for sure that's sellable and implementable.
I agree. That is the goal. Yeah. So, all right, Austin, I will and Troy, I will send you guys a message. This is exciting. So
keep on trucking. It is exciting. It's great.
Yeah. So all right, guys. I love you
guys. I'll see you, Austin.